North Steyne, Manly, more than 20,000 people await the arrival of the Queen Mother for a special Royal Surf Carnival, one of the highlights of her Sydney visit. Her Majesty meets many lifesavers from New South Wales clubs, and then with the President of the Surf Lifesaving Association, Judge Curlewis, she walks to the official dais, where she'll watch a carnival staged in her honour. It's a brilliant spectacle, and the Queen Mother is obviously thrilled. In the march past, there are teams from 61 clubs from Queensland to the far south coast. 1,000 men dedicated to saving life. Here is an occasion that only Australia can provide. Colourful, impressive, unique in the world. The Queen Mother is impressed at the spectacle and at the magnificent finale to the march past as the 1,000 men, banners flying, turn and march towards her. And then more thrills. Eagerly she turns to Judge Curlewis to ask questions as the surfboats plunge through the breakers in a race that tests the strength, skill and training of their crews. There's quite a sea running out there, and some of the boats are perilously close to swamping, and by now the Queen Mother is enjoying every minute of it. They've turned the buoy for home and are heading back to the beach, catching a wave that brings them racing in. It looks easy, but then the wave starts to slew the boat round. Hold on, boys, or you'll be swimming. Some boats aren't so lucky. They're caught by dumpers. Thrills for the 20,000 spectators and the royal guest. Here's another riding on the crest of a wave. Victory is in sight, but then it too is caught, turned and tossed like a cork. Oars go flying, but the boat rides the surf. It's a right royal exhibition of skill and daring, and one which has the Queen Mother enthralled. But the greatest moment for the huge crowd is still to come. The moment when Her Majesty leaves the official dais to enter the Landrover and drive on the beach itself. The cheering mounts to a crescendo and the crowd surges forward. The Queen Mother has overstayed her schedule by 10 minutes already, and the crowd shows its appreciation as it cheers her to the echo as the Landrover makes a circuit of the beach. It's a welcome in the sunshine for a lady whose sunny smile has made her welcome everywhere. The Queen Mother visits a Sydney family, and the streets in the suburb of Villawood are crammed with people to see her arrive. The royal cars draw to a halt outside the home of the lucky family, Mr. and Mrs. Andrew Albert, who accompany their royal guest along a path lined with neighbours and a lot of folk who've come for miles just to see the Queen Mother. With the charming informality which has charmed Australians everywhere, Her Majesty stops to chat and accepts one of scores of bouquets given her by children in the course of the day. Accompanied by the Housing Minister, Mr. Lander, and the Albert family, the Queen Mother goes inside the neat brick cottage. A visit designed to show her how Australians live and the type of homes they own. And she is interested in everything she sees, putting the family at their ease immediately. In one home, she even stops for a cup of tea. Her Majesty's schedule calls for only a 3-minute stay with the Alberts, but she stays chatting and asking questions for 3 times that long. She studies the colour scheme and the furnishings, admires the compact kitchen. She goes to the window to see the view. Today the view is mainly devoted to 1,500 spectators, and they cheer wildly as Her Majesty reappears. For the Queen Mother, who later stresses the importance of family life in a nationwide broadcast, this brief glimpse of Australian families must be more than satisfying. And for the Albert family, the Queen Mother is the most welcome guest they've ever had.